Original.
Hello and welcome to Web Crawlers. This is our mailbag episode where we play your voicemails and read your emails and read your reviews. I'm Allie Siegel.
I'm Melissa Stettin.
And I, producer Maria.
Let's see if we have anything interesting.
We got some reviews.
Yeah, read those babies.
Okay, we've got one from JWI 1995. Great, very enjoyable. Thank you.
To the point, I like it. I like that.
This one is from Elm2322. Can you please update us with Lydia Greengrass de Alvaladejo? I miss her podcast, Let's Talk, so much. Maybe you guys might know what's been going on with her. Thank you, beauties. XOXO. Much appreciative fan.
Well, Lydia is doing really well. I don't know if you listened to her new podcast, Let's Talk About Bachelor in Paradise. It's anywhere you get your podcasts, but it's not just about Bachelor in Paradise. It's got some other elements to it, and Melissa shows up as well.
Oh, yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I have an email to read.
Uh-oh.
Let's go.
This is from David Stevenson. Hot dogs to hot dog bun ratio, pics included.
Oh, yeah.
Hey, ladies. Hello, Allie, Melissa, and Maria B. I have to say I love the show. I'm re-listening to them all now since I am fully caught up and love every stinking minute of it. You got me stinking. You got me cracking up in my car, in the shower, and at work where people are looking at me like, what the heck? Now,
in the shower? How do you listen in the shower?
Now, on to the topic, or as you all say, let's get into it. I am an employee at Trader Joe's in the lovely city of St. Louis.
What? What were you going to say?
What?
What state?
Missouri.
Okay,
He wrote MO, didn't he? And he wrote MO. And Allie couldn't.
And you were like, Maryland, Michigan, Massachusetts, Mississippi, Missouri. Montana. Could have been Montana.
City. I haven't blushed in forever. I'm literally blushing. City with the big silver arch thing and childhood
I've been to there.
Childhood home of Nellie, John Goodman, and Chuck Berry. Anyways, I went ahead and did some investigating. And as it turns out, our Trader Joe's hot dogs come in a pack of 8.
Oh.
And our buns, wait for it, also come in a pack of 8.
Oh.
Wow.
See, there you go.
That's the Trader Joe's way.
Yep.
Yes. Amazing. But if you want the organic hot dogs, well, they only come in a pack of 6. Because they're organic, I guess.
Oh, someone did this
expensive.
This work on the Discord as well. I gotta go find it. But people we have people out doing this.
Yeah, we have our street team out doing this, the Lord's work. So come on down to Old Trader Joe's if you want an even amount of hot dogs and hot dog buns. That honestly should be their commercial. Keep up the good work. Yeah, can't wait to hear more spooky content from you, awesome 3. Boing. Sincerely, Dave.
Okay.
S.
Rosalium on the Discord wrote, I'm sure somebody will call in about this, but I did some hot dog research. Most brands like Ballpark and Hebrew National have 8 franks, but Oscar Mayer has 10. So you would have to have 40 hot dogs to make that work with buns. And then she sends multiple pictures of hot dogs. So yeah, I think it's brand by brand. No one's
all
keeping
over
it.
the map.
It's all over the map.
Should we read this gross bachelorette party stripper story? Or should we save that for another time?
I mean, you got to read it now because I want to know what it is.
I guess that's true. Gross bachelorette party stripper story. Ladies, I was going to leave this on voicemail, but I would be way too embarrassed if anybody even remotely recognized my voice. I got married when I was 20, and that was 22 years ago. My crazy friends rented the party house at an upscale condo complex for my bachelorette party. They went all out and got me a male stripper. Woohoo! Dogs everywhere. Even though I was super ultra crazy drunk, I still remember way too much for this night, even after all these years. And guess what? My mom was also there. The stripper had a giant hard dong the entire time. It was like a baby's forearm. Eventually us drunk bitches decided he should just take off that banana hammock. He was all about it. I don't know if I've ever seen such a gigantic dong in my life. It was rock hard the whole time. My mom was even getting in on the action. Turns out I was so drunk, I went and put on the trashy Fredericks of Hollywood lingerie my friends bought me as a gag gift and danced along with the stripper. I know for a fact my mom was touching his penis because I will never forget that. It was the most wild time ever. Catholic schoolgirls really know how to party, I guess. Well, they were also taking pictures, and those pictures are now missing. Oh my God, that's a nightmare. I have no idea what happened to them, but I pray to God they'll be burned. The photo development place actually developed photos of this guy's dong, swear to God. Do you remember, like, when you had to get photos developed? There would always be a picture of, I think we've talked about this, of like balls.
Yeah, always a picture of balls. Someone would take a picture of balls.
Always a ball sack pic. I remember I had a mega crazy red drunk bitch face in the photos. Fredericks of Hollywood's tassel bra on and a stripper's giant dick in my hand. Later,
oh my God.
Later, I was puking up all of the cheap grocery store gin my friends brought me. A lot of talking to Ralph on the big white phone action. All the while, the stripper dude was trying to pick me up and take me home with him. My friend and my mom were like, no, partner, not happening. I'll never forget looking at those photos for the first time and absolutely losing my mind. Good old days. That dude was so not hot. I guess I was expecting to see cellulite on the ass of a male stripper. Oh, I guess I wasn't expecting to see cellulite on the ass of a male stripper. Not shaming him, but I guess that's what you get when your underage friends line up the entertainment for your bachelorette party. What a wild night. I just really hope those photos never resurface.
Oh, can you imagine, like, just finding those pictures?
What a wild tale.
Oh.
Crazy.
Wow.
Wow-wee-wah.
Wow. Well, thanks for that.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you for that.
Thank you for that.
I like that.
Okay, so let's get into some of these voicemails.
Hey, this is Andrew from Asheville, North Carolina again. This is for the web crawlers.
Hi.
I called yesterday.
Oh.
I don't know if that's like yesterday in web crawlers time or like 3 episodes ago in web crawlers time.
3 episodes ago.
But I called yesterday, had a anxiety attack while doing a voicemail, literal like panic breakdown.
Oh no.
Called about not a zombie girl, a ghost girl in a basement. Anyways, just want to explain myself a little bit. Before I called you guys, about an hour prior to that, 8 o'clock Eastern time, I called the wrong number, which some very pleasant lady answered, and I promptly hung up on her at like 5 a.m. California time.
Oh, no.
Because I panicked like any white 38-year-old guy would do, because I'm so privileged. So, first of all, sorry to that lady. Secondly, I wanted to call and say I love your show. I've been listening for about 2 months now. I've listened to every episode.
Oh, my God.
Patreon. I've listened to the Patreon shit.
Oh,
love
man.
it. What up, Emily? Thanks for recommending web crawlers to me.
Aww.
I had a reason for calling. Oh, fuck. Oh, yeah. So I'm re-listening to all your episodes now, and I'm at a part where people are talking about bus trauma. So when I was in 2nd grade, I was riding the bus home from school. It's like 3 weeks into school. I had been going to this shitty private school where they spanked me and locked me in a closet. And my parents never knew about that, but for whatever reason, they switched me to public school closer to home. So I'm going to this public school, loving the pizza in the cafeteria.
Hell
Great
yeah.
shit. Riding the bus home. The bus driver stops. She's at a normal stop, nothing weird. And she turns around to yell at some kids in the back, the bad kids in the back. And everything's cool. We're rolling. We hit like a speed bump. And everyone's like, oh, shit. We're all a bunch of elementary school kids. No one said shit, but everyone's freaking out. And me being super naive, was like, what's going on? So everyone ran to the back of the bus. and I followed suit. We get to the back, look out the back window. There's a dead child laying in the middle of the road because the bus driver ran over a little girl who stopped to tie her shoe.
No.
What?
She missed her because she was yelling at the kids in the back of the bus. When she turned around, she just started going. Ran right over her. We all saw it. We hung around for like an hour. Everyone's parents had to come pick them up from the bus.
Oh my
It was
God.
very weird, very traumatic. Hadn't thought about it in like 30 years until I heard the episode about bus trauma. So I wanted to call and tell you guys. That's my bus trauma story. Now that I've got my first two calls out of the way.
Oh my God.
That's horrible.
That is a traumatic bus story for sure.
That is horrific.
Holy
oh my God.
Jeez
I
Louise,
cannot.
what a nightmare.
Jesus Christ.
I did not see it going that
No,
way.
I did not see it going that direction. Oh my God. Jesus Christ.
I think he calls back again, I think.
Hey, it's Andrew from Asheville, North Carolina again. I was so rudely cut off by your voicemail
Sorry.
operator system. Just out of nowhere, she said goodbye and cut me off. I was winding down too, wrapping up. So now that I've got my first 3 calls out of the way, I don't feel as nervous or anxious about it because that phone anxiety is real. You don't think it's real, but you get on the line and that shit's real. So now that I've called back again, I'll tell another story. I do maintenance for a property management company around town. There's this building that used to be a hospital back in the day. And now it's just like an office building full of therapists and massage therapists and other types of therapy. And it's super creepy. Bottom floor used to be the morgue. Definitely haunted. I've never had any experiences there, but I'm in there enough to know the vibe is creepy.
Yeah, that's haunted.
That's it. Bye.
Oh.
Yikes.
Oh my God.
Maria's still shook from that first.
I'm still
voicemail.
thinking, yeah, the bus.
Yeah.
That's horrible.
That's like, ugh. Hey, I think he calls back one more time.
Hey, Webcrawlers, it's Andrew from Asheville again. This doesn't count as a 3-parter because I didn't take up all the time. I just forgot one crazy detail. So, my bus driver, when I was in 2nd grade, ran over a classmate. We go through the full school year, all of 2nd grade. We don't see her. We thank whatever we thank back then because we're 7-year-old idiots. Go back to 3rd grade, and she, the bus driver, is my teacher. Dun, dun, dun. Boing. La, la, la.
Wait, so the bus driver that ran over the kid is now a teacher?
That's insane.
I mean, I guess it's good that she's not driving, or he, I think she said she, that he's not driving a bus?
Yeah, but like, how did she not have so much trauma that she's like, I never can be near a school again?
And were they not arrested or like charged with anything? Like,
yeah,
negligent?
like wouldn't that be I'm so confused.
A lot of questions.
I have a ton of questions. That is, and if I was that poor girl's mother, knowing that now that woman was a teacher at the school, like,
No.
oh my God.
No.
Okay. Well, guess we got to move on.
I guess, but I don't want
Hi,
to.
this is a message for web crawlers. This is the first message I've ever left because I just had a crazy synchronicity happen. Might be a little weird because it's not actually about your podcast, it's about a different podcast, but I don't know if they have a call-in number, so I'm calling you guys. So anyway, earlier on Reddit, and there was a thread about like some of the worst cities in the U.S., and one of the cities on that list, actually, I think the top city was Monroe, Louisiana. So I started Googling Monroe, Louisiana, and it turns out the worst section is West Monroe, Louisiana. And I went down a little rabbit hole. I did Google Street Image of some of the bad areas. Anyway, so then I'm listening to Hollywood Crime Scene, which I think I found out about from you guys.
We love that.
And because I just started listening, I'm just kind of scanning through old episodes and listening to whichever episode sounds cool. So I picked this one, I think it's from like February of this year, about reality TV show scandals. And about halfway through the episode, they mention Duck Dynasty, which was filmed in West Monroe, Louisiana. This town I had never heard of before tonight. So that's some synchronicity. I really enjoyed the show. And yeah, thanks, guys. Bye.
Monroe, Louisiana.
How weird.
Big mysterious town. Never heard of it.
Big mysterious town.
Big mysterious town of Monroe. Okay, next message.
This message is for the web callers. It's Heidi, and I'm calling about the LuLaRoe leggings episode. And thanks for the recommendation on Amazon. I watched that documentary not twice, but 1.5 times. Anyways, I was like watching it, and when the designer girl was talking about how like she has to make like 100 designs a day, I was like, oh no, that's like a red flag, because I like work as a graphic designer. And if like any company is like, oh, you gotta, when you work for us, you have to like submit like 100 designs a day, I'm like, that's too much of a workload. Yeah. That's a red flag, girl. You gotta get out. So like, if you don't like anything out there that's like inspiring graphic, whatever, inspiring graphic designers, and like if some company's like, hey, can you make like 100 designs a day? Like, no, it's like a red flag. It's too many designs in one day. So yeah. Another thing. So now that I saw those patterns, I'm like, oh, they're so cute. The LuLaRoe leggings patterns. So I've been looking on them on Poshmark. I'm like, wow, I can't believe all these like leggings. Like, those patterns, like, because of the pandemic, they could have made like a killing off of that. I mean, it's like a pyramid scheme, but I'm like, oh my gosh, so soon. Like, imagine all those patterns on that. They would have making more sales, and I'm like, oh wow, I guess I missed out on that. But like, you know, they're screw them, because they're like an M&M, whatever. So it's a good thing. But I'm just like, wow, like, man, if they waited like 2 years, they could have made a killing on that. So I don't know, maybe they wouldn't have thought so far. But they, yeah, so I really like, sorry about that. Anyways, yeah, that's why it's 100 designs a day, guys. And I found the watch on Poshmark. So I was like, I got the watch, but I was like, honestly, I would too, because I wouldn't want to like showing off my use of my phone. That's a big sketch. Anyway, I'm probably talking too long, and you guys have a nice day. Bye.
Yeah, 100. They were making hundreds of designs a day for these leggings. Like the quality is just
that's crazy.
It's not there. It's not there.
That ain't right.
Okay, next message.
This is for the web crawlers. This is Alexis. I've called a number of times. The last was because of my coworker as a Bigfoot researcher. But it's funny. I'm actually currently listening to your Gabby Petito episode, and I'm actually driving my van. I've called a bunch of times and somehow never brought up the fact that I live in a van. I think it's because I try not to make it like my personality. But yeah, I figured, I was like, hey, you know what? Allie's questioning why people do van life, and I was like, maybe I'll just call in and get my input on why I did it. It's weird. Everyone has like different reasons, but I do it in a really broke way. Like at my van build, I have no bathroom. I actually like pee in a weird coffee can sometimes. Only shitting it once, and it was an emergency. But like, I don't have electricity or anything. My van build costs like $1,200 at the very most. I use it because I do seasonal work. Like I was just in Alaska, and then I drove all the way from Alaska to Arizona, and then from Arizona back to Massachusetts.
Wow.
So it's like just a really convenient way for me to live and not have to pay rent for only the summer when I'm working. Yeah. And then have a little road trip on my way to and from jobs. It's pretty freaking sick.
That's cool.
Yeah, it's just a really cheap way to sleep, and there's like awesome places all over the country where you don't have to pay anything to camp or anything like that. So yeah, it's like it can be really expensive, and some people spend a shitload of money on their van builds. But I personally am part of a group of people that spent almost like $0 on my mantle and just use cheap plywood and some insulation. And yeah, it's a pretty cool life. Yeah, I don't know. I just figured to give an input. Except I can't listen to true crime podcasts or some of your podcasts when living in the van.
Sure.
Because you get a little bit scared of being murdered or ghosts and shit. That's fun for me. Yeah, I figured I was calling. Give your input on van life. Bye.
Huh, that's interesting.
Yeah, that's crazy. Wow, that makes me want to go out and get a van, baby.
Yeah, that is fun if you have seasonal work just all over. You just drive your van around. You just camp wherever.
Yeah.
That's fun. That's a fun life.
This is for the web crawlers. This is Alexis again. This might not even be, like, worth talking about. I can't even, but whatever. I got to the point where you guys are on the same, like, Gabby Petito thing. And, like, now you're talking about, like, funny, like, you guys are just, like, talking about, like, how, like, creepy vans. And I can't even believe I just went on a whole rant about my stupid-ass van without mentioning the fact that I literally drive, like, a creepy kidnapper van, by the way. It's, like, a Chevy Express. It's not a full van. It literally looks like I could, like, kidnap or some meth out of it. Every single time I park it at, like, a friend's apartment or something, there are, like, apartment managers and stuff, and landlords get all sketched out. I parked it outside of my uncle's house in the Bay Area, and he had, like, 2 people that live on his road that are cops who be like, what's this van doing inside your house, like, thinking I'm about to kidnap their children. But the funniest part is that I'm a nanny sometimes, like, on my off seasons when I'm not doing seasonal jobs for, like, the Department of Interior. So one time I actually did, in fact, I forgot something in my van. I had a baby in a carriage and was like, oh no, I need to grab this sweatshirt on our way to the park. So I, like, opened my van and this guy was just like, what the hell? And was like, this isn't what I was expecting. And I guess that he was just, like, surprised that it was me, like a 27-year-old young woman, like, pushing a baby carriage, having that van that parks outside of his house almost every single day. So yeah, I'm like, I have a baby in a carriage. I'm like, I wonder if people think I'm, like, this is the creepiest thing in the world. Like, how does it know? Is it because I am small white female that no one has called the cops on me approaching this white van with this small child in a carriage? Like, if that's not white privilege, I don't know what is. But maybe it's also a weird, freaky, stupid gender thing. I don't know. But yeah, I drive a creepy ass white van. Like, I literally look like I'm probably cooking meth in here. It's awesome. It's so funny. Okay, anyways, that was probably not even worth calling about. I don't know, whatever. I'm tired. Bye.
Wow.
That's so true, though. Like, anyone else with a white van would be like,
oh yeah,
this
like
ain't
an older creepy guy with, like, a mustache and sunglasses.
No man should be able to drive a white van. Like, no, I'm sorry. Men should not drive vans.
Sorry. Okay, next message.
I don't think Maria should be able to drive a
this
van.
call is for the web crawlers. This is Andy Patreon from San Antonio, Texas.
Hi.
I heard the call on the new episode, so I watched Austin Powers #1.
Oh, thank God.
It is the wrong emphasis on the wrong syllable is not in the first movie.
Right.
Okay.
I'm watching it on Netflix. Maybe there's an extended edition. I doubt it. So I'm gonna start watching the next one. Love you, girls. You're amazing, beautiful. Keep it up. Bye.
Because someone called and they said it's in the first one.
Yeah,
and
have they
like,
called back yet?
I don't think it's not, though.
Maybe they're ashamed.
Well, I'll tell you what. On the Discord, Matagonia watched it as well, and he said, I just finished watching it. It's definitely not in it. It still holds up, though, a classic comedy. It mustn't be the Mandela effect if that many people truly believe it's in Austin Powers. Someone's going to watch the second one. We know it's not in 1. Now we got to go to 2.
I think it's that trailer.
And then we're going to have to go to Gold Member.
This is so fucked. I'll watch them all. I'll watch them all.
Just because you want to.
Yeah, it's because that's already my plan tonight.
Okay, next message.
Hi, this message is for web crawlers. This is Molly in Portland again. And I definitely need to stop calling, but I keep having stuff to tell you guys about. So today, I've been listening to the night terror sleep paralysis episode from August of 2019.
Oh, God.
And you're talking about the panda, the strep associated sleep paralysis connection and the kids that get it. Anyway, and that it's apparently Panda Awareness Day on October 9th.
Oh.
And today is October 9th. And that just blew my freaking mind.
Weird.
And then you were talking about how it's like time travelers could be coming back from the future and bringing back diseases that we don't have cures for.
Did we say what is our podcast?
Brought here by time travelers.
Sounds like something we'd say.
So yeah. Anyway, kind of crazy synchronicities.
Did we go on the record saying that?
And I don't know. Maybe it was just a long day at work, and I spilled my coffee all over myself. And maybe I'm just under caffeinated, but it felt super real. Anyway. Have a good one, guys. Honk, honk.
No wonder New and Noteworthy was what to show us. We're like, all diseases are from time travelers.
I mean, sounds familiar.
Sounds like something we would say, though, so sure.
Hi, this message is for web crawlers. This is Jordan. I've never called in before. I live in Rochester, New York, which is a total creep town. And the house that I live in is at least as old as 1875. It's this big old mansion that has a bunch of apartments in it, and there's always bats in here.
Bats?
Originally, I was going to call to tell you about the bats, and maybe I'll call back to tell you the bat story, because there's a weird synchronicity with bats in my life and in this apartment. But anyway, today is October 12th, and that day has a weird significance to me because in elementary school, I would often get my papers back with the date crossed out at the top, and it was wrong, and the wrong date was always October 12th, and I never knew what the significance of that day was, but it always stuck with me. So I'm getting on a plane today to go to Denver to see my best friend. She moved out there about a year ago, so I'm going to be in that creepy-ass Denver airport, which is, I don't know
oh my
if you guys did an
God.
episode on it, but if you haven't, you should do an episode on the Denver airport. Anyway, I'm like walking back and forth in my apartment and getting out of breath. So what's the point? October 12th, yes. When I picked my flight, it randomly was on October 12th because it just went with whatever the cheapest flight was. So then I was like, great, I'm flying on that day. So I'm getting ready and I'm packing, and I watered all my plants. And I noticed that water had pooled under one of my plants in the windowsill. And when I went to wipe it away, it was sitting for a while and it peeled up the paint. So all of the paint like wiped away out of the windowsill. And underneath where the plant was, somebody had scratched like a pentacle into the windowsill, which exposed itself on this day, October 12th, the weird non-significant day that I always wrongly wrote in the past that now I'm flying. Freaked out. Everything's weird. You guys are really cool, and you've helped me. Sorry, I'm like out of breath. I don't know what this is. You've helped me a lot through the pandemic. I feel like you're my friend, and sometimes I fall asleep to the podcast, so you like narrate my weird dreams. But I've listened back pretty far, and I can't seem to figure out why people say la 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 at the end of the voicemails. Maybe I fell asleep during that one. Maybe I haven't listened to it yet. I don't know. Could you please explain that to me? Because I want to do it, but I don't want to be just a blind follower. Okay, I love you guys. Thanks. Bye.
Well, why do people say la la la?
I honestly don't remember. I know it's a Babe the Pig thing, but why?
It's it's your one impression. They're like, I can do the impression.
Oh, yeah, it's the one impression I know how to do is a Babe the Pig. But why did that come up?
Because I think I watched Babe. And I was talking to you guys about it, and then you said, Babe is one of my only impression, and then you did the la la la, and then the rest is history.
The rest is and then we got in the fight about how many la laws there are.
Right.
Yeah, because you thought there were 4 at a time. You thought it was la 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 la, but it's
and we're like, no, it's 3. La la la.
Yeah,
it's 3.
Wow. How
it's
time
3.
flies. Also, that's crazy. That voicemail is like Final Destination shit.
Yeah.
Wild.
Well, October 12th has passed, so hopefully
you haven't.
Still alive.
Yeah.
Okay.
Hey, web crawlers. I'm shopping. I'm grocery shopping. And Ashley Simpson just came on. Pieces of Me.
Yeah.
If you can hear it. I had to find an aisle where there's no one here so they don't hear me talking to you.
You hear it?
Not really, but I trust.
Finally rest my head on something real. I like the way that feels. Oh.
Okay, people are looking at me weird now. Hi, you guys can hear that.
We can hear you guys. I appreciated that. That was so sweet. We love Ashley Simpson.
We do. I've been rewatching her reality show on YouTube. Seasons 1 and 2. I'm on season 2. It's a blast.
That was good.
Who did she date? Ryan Cabrera?
Yes, she does. Yes,
I think they went on like a bowling date once, and I was like, their life looks so fun.
It's a lot of fun. There's a lot of fun going on.
Wow. Well, that was the last voicemail of the day.
Really? Wow. I mean, like time has flown today. All right, guys. Well, please continue calling, emailing, and joining our Patreon and all that kind of shit. We love you so much. I am Allie Siegel.
I am Melissa Pieces of Me Stetton.
And I'm producer, autobiography, Maria Blasucci. And that is another Ashley Simpson song. And I think that's the name of her album.
Oh, I'm Allie. Jessica Simpson said she was 4 years sober today on Instagram. So that's kind of cool.
Yeah.
Oh, good for her.
Good for the fam. All right. Yeah. Bye.
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 An Erios original.
Powered by Acast.